That's right. On Thursday, House Speaker Charles McCall said he wanted to see the Senate pass the House's education plan without any changes. His counterpart in the Senate, Senate President Pro Tem Greg Treat, said such a demand was essentially ridiculous.
We are prepared not to consider any further education bills this session until those two bills are considered on the Senate floor.
It's asinine. That's not the way this process works.
A war of words between the two most powerful members of the state legislature. That war is over education policy. Both have unveiled differing education plans. The House's includes a school choice proposal that would provide parents with tax credits.
I made it very clear at that time that we would be interested only in a piece of legislation that would benefit every student, every child, every parent, every school district.
House Speaker Charles McCall is essentially demanding his plan be sent to the governor's desk.
And that if we were able to coalesce around a plan, that would be the plan.
I'm glad he's hearing school choice, but the Senate has a role to play, and these members are duly elected and we'll play our role.
Senate President Pro Tem Greg Treat says he's happy to support a school choice plan, but says the House cannot dictate how the lawmaking process should work.
But I don't like the rhetoric. It seems to be a theme the last two sessions that you do it exactly how we sent it to you or we're not going to pass school choice. That's just, we won't be bullied into a position.
And where we are in session right now, it will take several weeks before the Senate hears any House education bills and decides to make any possible changes. Abby, Zach?
And Andy, while we have you, the governor had his weekly press conference this morning. What did he make of all this?
Zach, he was asked about this fight over education happening right now here at the Capitol. It's pretty clear he does not want to take sides, but says he still wants to see some sort of school choice option in the final education plan.
I think the pro tem believes that. He was looking at getting a piece of legislation last year to give parents more options. I think the speaker wants that. So let's just have cooler heads prevail. Let's sit down. Let's figure out what that package looks like.
The governor also reacting to Oklahomans voting down recreational marijuana in the state coming up at 6. What he says that means for medical marijuana.